The Orange County Transportation Authority, and I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that someone who's been involved in all the transportation issues in Orange County in the last decade. We've pushed for improvements everywhere in the county is with us, and that's State Senator Pat Bates. She's here monitoring to hear what you have to say. She wants to know what the opportunities are. We've worked with Pat. All of us have, in one way or another, for years, and found her to be thoughtful, interested, focused, and damn smart. So the comments that you can make, she's going to listen to you. You decide if by yelling out you're actually helping yourself with thoughtful people. We know you don't like it. There are people here who don't like the toll roads. We think there are people here who do like it.
Like all of us.
Everyone likes the toll roads. Anyway, the whole program has to be put in context. This project, all the toll roads, all the freeways, all the buses and the rail system, the streets and roads. By the way, Pat Bates was the chairman of the Orange County Transportation Commission, chairman of the Transportation Corridor Agencies. So a lot of the things we've seen today in this county, there have been improvements. We can directly relate to her. And so we'll tell you a little bit about those is Kia Mortazari. So please go ahead.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm here to kind of tell you a little bit about Orange County Transportation Authority and how we approach projects and program and selection and advancement. So just a little bit of the ground rules of what OCTA is. We're the Regional Transportation Planning Agency for Orange County. So the state has charged us with responsibility to prepare the long-range transportation plans for the county, as well as prioritize how we use state and federal funds. At the same time, we're also the transit district for the county. We operate over 800 buses and carry 40 million boardings a year. We also fund the Metrolink service that some of you hopefully use, and soon we'll have a streetcar in Santa Ana to extend the reach of Metrolink. We also operate the express lanes on the 91, and soon in the future, the 405 express lanes on that corridor. Lastly, and more importantly, we're trusted with the implementation of the Measure M. It's a half-cent sales tax the voters basically trusted OCTA with, and it has a slate of projects, including 13 freeway projects that we're implementing in 27 phases countywide in cooperation with Caltrans. So just one thing I would say that how we approach selection of projects and go about it is that we look at it as a three-legged stool. We want to make sure that there are sound solutions to clearly defined problems. That's first and foremost, because it has to stand on its own. Second, we have to have stakeholder support, and those are the cities, all the important parties that are interested in that. And lastly, it's the community and the affected residences that need to be there and be supportive of the project. You have to have all three, in our opinion, to make sure that a project moves forward. Some examples of that, I would say, is the Pico interchange. We know the city of San Clemente was interested in improving it. We asked the city to take the lead in defining how should that be laid out. We knew that it was going to have community impacts. We worked with the city. Actually, the city took the lead, laid that out, and we took the ball from there. In San Juan Capistrano, similarly, the Ortega Highway interchange was modernized, but that also, we knew that was not going to be easy, and this worked with the city. The city took the first step in terms of working with the community and the businesses, and then we took it from there. In North Orange County, you may not know about it, is we're doing 7 railroad grade separations in the Placentia Anaheim area. City had originally an idea of undergrounding, or I would say lowering the railroads throughout the city. We advised them against that. We thought that would be too expensive and would be difficult to implement. They eventually came around to realizing that probably there was some wisdom in that, and they did individual grade separations, and we helped them implement that as a result. And lastly, I would say that the San Clemente Beach Trail was a concern to the community. It was a safety concern for Orange County Transportation Authority because we own the right-of-way, And we work with the city. Now we have a beautiful trail, as well as great the undercrosses for the pedestrians, and as well as quiet zones. So that kind of tells you a little bit of how we go about delivering projects. So in terms of planning for South Orange County, we've done a South Orange County major investment study that was done about 10 years ago, and it laid out the blueprint for how we advance what projects should we be doing in South Orange County. It included freeway projects, but it also included transit projects, such as expanding the rail service from Laguna Niguel north. As a result of that, some of the projects that I mentioned have already happened, but there is more to come. So one of them is the 74 interchange that was modernized. We see that happening. The other part is the extension of the HOV lanes from the Beach Cities exit down all the way down to the Pico interchange. The La Pata extension, some of you may have been on it, and the Los Patrones extension, which is being worked on and nearly complete. Those are some of the examples. But not everything that we talked about as part of that South County Major Investment Study moved forward. Why? Because it did not have community support. And so that's always up in the back of our mind. So currently, what OCTA is doing, we're updating our plan for the next 25 years. That's what we call it, the long-range transportation plan. Some of the issues that we're trying to address as part of that is that the county is very job-rich, so we have a lot of good employment opportunities in Orange County, but unfortunately, housing is expensive in Orange County, and so we have a lot of commuters that are coming into the county. In fact, 40% of the jobs in Orange County are filled from people from outside the county. We also focused where are they coming from, is 90%, more than 90% are coming from Los Angeles, San Bernardino, and Riverside. So when we look at our long range, we're trying to focus on those issues. So one of the things we're looking at is expanding Metrolink service, and so that we can, those long-term or long distance trips can be basically accommodated with another way. In addition, we're going to continue fixing the freeways, and that would be delivering the Measure M program, but we also have plans to extend the carpool lanes that end today at Pico all the way down to the San Diego County line. Just a straight carpool lane going to the county line.
No toll lanes.
So those are in our plans right now. So I think I'm gonna close on that and just
And how the